So guys, yesterday I got a very exciting package. Well, the first one is this hat. Now I am truly a magician, you know, magician Jester King Giga has become real. Now the unfortunate thing is that this is fucking huge, so like, yeah, but you know, they said one size and the size is fucking for giants apparently. Like, I swear to you, I don't have a abnormally fucking small head. I promise. But more importantly, we got another fucking package, which was these shoes. And what are these shoes? Well, these shoes are 4 motherfucking inch high booster. 4-inch elevator shoe. Holy mog. This shit will ascend you to the moon. Quite literally. And so, you know, I no longer have to wear shoes like these with crazy fucking holes, and yeah, it's kind of fucked, bro, like. But anyway, yeah, I don't have to wear that shit no more when going out. I can wear these holy mug shoes, and so let's test them out. That's the fucking dance moves that you can pull off when you're fucking floating to be 6'1" with these shoes at the club, and you'll still get slays. At least that's the plan. So let's put these on. Alright, are you ready? I'm gonna go against the wall. So this is normal. Holy shit, bro. Man ascended to the moon. Bro, I'm getting vertigo up here, guys. Am I flying? So, that's however much that shit is, you know. It's probably not actually like exactly 4, you know, inches. The 4-inch measurement on the shoes is like from the bottom to like the fucking top of the heel. In reality, it's probably closely to like 3.5-inch boost. But still, that means that we're going from like 5'9" point something to over 6 foot. Which means that we're actually going from, you know, Finnish standards. In Finland, the average male height is like 5'10" something. So we're going from bit below average to noticeably above average. And that's fucking huge, right? That's gonna be huge. You know, like, bro, magician Jester King Giga is about to fucking slay all the fucking Stacies, bro. Bro, you think I'm Jester maxing with this hat? In reality, I'm just, you know, being the best. Like, imagine this fucking guy pulls up, guys. I fucking pull up to the club. Smoothest hat known to man. 6'1". Holy mog. I mean, I pull off a few card tricks. Magic. All the fucking women will be like, who the fuck is this guy? Not only is he fucking handsome, he's gigamogging with height. And he knows magic. He's like the fucking perfect man, bro. You know, like, he has the looks, the charisma, the funniness, the personality, and magic as the wow factor to really pull it all together. And so, I actually do plan on going out tonight with these shoes. Maybe not with the hat. I'm still, you know, You know, considering, you know, that. But I'm going out tonight with these shoes, and we're gonna see if this allow me to get super fucking slays, bro. I'm actually like looking at the difference between these older ones and these newer ones. And there's a quite fucking noticeable difference, bro. You can't even fucking see the older shoes behind these new shoes because they're so much fucking bigger. Holy. These shoes mug these shoes. Shoe mug. Well, anyway, the next segment of the video. How did you get away with this? Right? You know, like, yeah, of course, this is all great and all this, you know, height boosting, you know, frauding to be over 6 foot and pulling all the stasis at the club. But when you come inside your apartment, what do you do then? You have to take your shoes off, right? Are you not gonna get caught? Is she now gonna see you as the real 5'9" frauder that you are, and she's gonna walk out the door and it's over? No. Buddies, my brothers, I am rank 1 Fraudmaxxer. I know exactly what to do. So here is a few strategies on how to never get caught Fraudmaxxing with shoe lifts or elevator shoes. Strategy number 1. How many times can I put this fucking hat on before I throw it out the fucking window? Who knows? But strategy number 1 is just don't take the shoes off, bro. Literally, just don't take the shoes off, bro. Just don't take them off. Look at this. You know, like, fucking put the shoes on, motherfucker. You know, we got the shoes on now. I just, you know, we imagine this. I come inside. Stacy right here, most beautiful one ever known to man, because you know that's who I'm gonna pull with these shoes, guaranteed, scientific fact. You can't disagree. It's not allowed.
자기들이 피해복구 건설 임무를 완수하고도
Don't even try. And so you imagine the most gorgeous woman ever here right now, and I'm flirting with these shoes. What do? I just don't take them off. I just, you know, she can take the shoes off, and then, you know what, I'll just walk right over to the fucking bed here with the shoes. And only once I'm sitting on the bed or laying on the bed do I take them off, and the problem is solved. Now all of a sudden, she can't gauge your height because you are sitting on the fucking bed, and therefore she doesn't know that you're frauding. So literally just don't take the shoes off before you're sitting down on the bed, and then once you take them off, you're already at the bed. You can start, you know, doing activities, or just, you know, talk about Pokemon or whatever your autistic, you know, interests are. Completely fine by me. Strategy number 2. And so what is the strategy number 2? Well, here's the thing. What if it's winter and your shoes are completely covered in snow from walking outside, and you don't want to bring 10 liters of fucking water onto your floor and develop mold or some shit, right? You know, like you might have dirty shoes that you just don't want to walk inside with. So what do? Well, the second strategy comes in really fucking handy at this point, because the second strategy solves this problem. And so what you're going to do is you're going to take off your shoes. But instead of just, kicking off your shoes like this, and then, oh shit, stepping here without the shoes, well, she can clearly see that you're frauding because she sees the huge fucking height difference. What you do is you go on a knee. Don't maybe propose to her if this is, some woman that you just met at the club, but, take a knee. Or, sit down, or whatever the fuck you wanna do, really. A knee is kind of more masculine and stuff, so, And so, instead of kicking your shoes off, you come down, you maybe untie the shoe, and then you grab it and take it off like this, put it to the side, and because you're crouched down, she can't gauge your height. Because my height stayed the same, because I'm on a knee, right? And so what do you do from this point? Well, now what you do is you MMA max. Am I wrong? And so you simply come and take her in your lap, and once she is in your lap, you can walk her and put her down on the bed. Very simple, guys. And so, quick recap. Instead of just kicking off your shoes and then standing where she can gauge your height, you're going to, with the shoes on, come down, take a knee, and look at this. I have a shoe on, I take it off, I'm the exact same height because I'm on a knee, right? My height is from my knee to my head, not from my feet, which these boost. Simple. And at this moment, 99% of the time, the woman is gonna be right next to you, who also take their shoes off and stuff. And then you're just gonna MMA max, wrestling max, Like you better go fucking gym max and have the strength to fucking lift her up. And if she is of the Snorlax type, good luck, brother. Good luck. Good luck. I have no advice. But anyway, you get the point. Now you can just come, grab her on your lap, and once again, you are carrying her. She cannot gauge your height. You win. And also, it's actually quite a natural thing to do, if you come from the club, you already made out in the club, then now, you can't take her to your place. It's actually quite natural and, good to just lift her up and bring her to the bed, because it's kind of like, showing masculine strength and dominance, which they like. And so, that is the strategy number 2 to fraud with the shoes and never get caught. And then, the next morning, she probably can't even remember the height difference that you had the previous night, because humans just are really bad at fucking remembering things like that. And so then when you get up in the morning without your shoes, she probably won't even fucking remember that you were much taller, and then you're just chilling, bro. And then she might love you for you instead of for the shoes. But those are the 2 rank 1 Fraudmaxx strategies to never get caught once frauding your height and pull all the Stacies. And so, with that said, go out there, Fraudmaxx, get all the Stacies, high tier Beckies, why not low tier Beckies, and enjoy your life. Alright guys, so the results of yesterday's Heightfraud, Height Max Booster thingy night out, was that of course man got a number from a high tier Becky. And after that, I came home to sleep. Because, bro, could I have stayed there and maybe gotten a sleigh, that night? Sure, but, bro, I'm gonna prioritize my 9 hours of sleep. That is a non-negotiable. Shit, sleep is where you grow. Sleep is what helps your cognition. Sleep is fucking life, bro. And so, I'm not gonna fucking sacrifice a few hours of sleep just to fucking maybe fucking get a sleigh that night. Like, I only got the number. That's the thing that I care about. And so, now why would I waste any more time here? Just go home and chill, bro. By sleeping. And now how did I get the number? Well, here is the strategy that is very, very simple. First of all, hide fraud and never sit down. Because when you sit down, you lose your height halo. And so I never sat down, constantly standing. Boom. Second part. Show magic tricks to everybody. And I'll actually teach you a really quick and easy magic trick. So first, you take the bottom 2 cards and you turn them the wrong way. So now the deck both looks like this. Then you just spread the fucking deck and let them pick a card. Boom, pick a card. And then they pick a card. And then they look at the card and they're like, wow, look at this card. And while they are looking at the card, you do this very simple thing of flipping the deck. And so now once they put this card back into the deck, now what you can do is you can do your magic. You know? And then you can say something like, okay, well, let's flip the first card. Well, of course, it's not your first card. That would be way too easy. But me flipping the first card actually flipped every card in the deck. Wow. And then, of course, because you flip the deck, every card in the deck is flipped except one, which is their card. Very simple magic trick you can learn in how about fucking 30 seconds, my G's. And you can just kind of spam that to groups of women at the bar. And then, wait for a crazy IOI. And so if you don't get a crazy IOI from a woman, then or from a group of women, they don't start striking up a conversation with you. They don't give you that or whatever. Then you just say, hope that magic trick cheered you up and made your guys' night better. But now I gotta go find more victims for my magic. Muahhahaha. And then you just walk away. And you're constantly building up a reputation of, holy shit, what a fun guy, coming here to cheer everyone up with magic. He's great. So you're building a good reputation, you're never getting rejected, and then once you get a crazy IOI, like I got from that high-tier Becky, she starts, biting her lip, looking at me like, oh my, please magician, please teach me how this works, please teach me the tricks and the secrets. Then you just hit them with the, I don't want to bother you guys' conversation too long, so how about I grab your number and we arrange a meeting and I'll tell you all the secrets. And then she's like, oh, of course, yes, take it now, and take my money and all my wallet and, fucking social credit score or whatever, type shit. That's real happened, especially the social credit score part. We live in China. Anyway, that was the strategy and it worked, and so that's how we got the number. And so, height frauding, was that the thing that got me the number? Was it the height halo? Was it the magic trick? Was it a combination of the both? Who the fuck knows, to be honest? Let's be real, it's kind of like pinning fucking 50 research chemicals. Something in your body happens and you're like, well, Which one was it? Was it a combination of some of them? Like, you don't really fucking know. But that doesn't matter. Because the only thing that matters is that you get the end result that you want. And that is a life lesson, guys. The only thing that matters is that you get the result that you want. And when talking about this, I'm always reminded of that scene in Indiana Jones, the Raiders of the Lost Ark, where that swordman, who's clearly very adept and skilled at swordsmanship, comes and, does the sword trick, spins it around in front of Indiana Jones, challenging him. And Indiana Jones just pulls out the revolver and bang. And now, did Indiana Jones break some chivalrous swordsmanship duel rules? Maybe. But Indiana Jones is alive and that dude is dead. Right? Like, which one would you rather be? It's obvious. And so the end result is what truly matters. And the same is with this. When you're going to the bars and the clubs or wherever, the gym, a library, fucking those malls, for all I care, whether you're the guy who gets the girl or doesn't, that's the only thing that matters. How you get her doesn't really fucking matter. If it's because you Heightfrauded or, you used research chemicals like retatrutide to get you lean, or you fucking learned magic tricks instead of using the proper way to approach women, which is to tell them that they're beautiful and ask if you can buy them a drink. Some trash bullshit like that. Like, it doesn't matter what the reason was. At the end, you would always rather be the guy with the girl than the guy without her. And so do whatever it takes to get the girl. Heightfraud for all I care. Use fucking makeup for all I care. Approach women at the gym even though people say that there's some rule that says no, you're not allowed to approach women at the gym because they're there to work out and it's not a space for, all these fucking rules about don't wear height boosters, don't approach women at the gym, don't do this, don't do that. They're all bullshit. They're all fucking bullshit. Like, these motherfuckers are pretending that there's some fucking Newton's ballsack fourth law of gravity that says that you're not allowed to height boost. But there isn't. The only rules in this world are the laws of physics, and those you cannot break even if you wanted to. And so any rule you can break is not a fucking rule. And so it truly baffles me that there are people out here using their time and energy, their limited brain capacity, to come up with bullshit rules to hinder themselves. Think about how stupid you have to be to use your time coming up with rules that are completely imaginary and made up to make your life worse. I'm not allowed to approach her because she's with her friends, and that might mean that they're in the middle of conversation and don't want to be bothered. I'm not allowed to wear the height boosters because someone said so. Imagine how stupid you have to be to sacrifice your quality of life because some dude made up some imaginary bullshit and you follow it like the fucking laws of physics. Right? Like, realistically, guys, there are no rules against frauding. And you should fraud. You should use the pictures that are super cherry picked in the best angle, the best lighting, in an environment that maybe doesn't even reflect your real lifestyle on your dating apps. You should use the height boosters if you feel like it. You should learn the magic tricks and the wow factors and use that as your opener instead of the stereotypical bullshit that people think you should do. You should do everything in your power to live the best life that you can, because in the end result is the only thing that matters. Would you rather be Indiana motherfucking Jones or some dead side character? That's the choice. And so make the correct one. And so I truly encourage all of you to go there. Stay disciplined and chase the life that you want. Chase your dreams. Fraudmaxx your way there for all I care. Break all the societal rules that are just bullshit made up trash. And live the life that you truly deserve. And hey, as always, have a fantastic day.